As we continue unveiling the findings of the recent CVM Donaldson polls, we're gauging the positions of Jamaicans as to how their perception of the government may be altered if it were to review or amend the Buggery law. David Brown breaks down the findings.
The Jamaican political arena is typically a hotbed of controversy. However, there are some issues that seem even too hot for the political furnace. Chief among them is the thorny issue of homosexuality and whether or not the Buggery law should be repealed. During the leadership debates heading into the December general elections, the leaders of the two main political parties were asked to give their views on having homosexuals in their cabinet. Some were of the view that then Prime Minister Andrew Holness danced around the issue, but Portia Simpson Miller was directing having no qualms accepting such persons in her executive. She even went a bit further by proposing legislative review.
No one should be discriminated against because of their sexual orientation. Government should provide the protection. And I think that we should have a look at the Buggery law.
Mrs. Simpson-Miller said parliamentarians should be given the opportunity to vote on their consciences. However, one such legislator ridiculed the thought of any moves in the parliament to make the act of Buggery legal.
Which government do you think going to try to legalize homosexuality? None of us going to try to do that. Now, there's also the probability there must be even one homosexual in the parliament. But they're not going to raise the man.
But how would Jamaicans likely view the government if the Buggery law were to be reviewed and amended? In the latest CVM Donaldson polls, 1,000 adult Jamaicans were surveyed island-wide between February 10 and 24. The government would be cautious in attempting any change in the Buggery law, as a majority of Jamaicans, 61%, said they would have a more negative view of the administration if it were to do that. Just 7% of respondents would be in favor of a repeal. 23% of Jamaicans would have an unchanged perception of the government, while the remaining 9% chose not to indicate a response. These numbers clearly point out that there is not much flexibility for the government on this sensitive issue. David Brown, CVM News.